Hey guys, this is Cassie from Crafter Effects. Today I'm going to show you how to make your own word art that you don't have to do in Design Space or in Inkspace or in Photoshop, that sort of thing. In fact, I'm going to show you how to do it with something most of us have already, which is PowerPoint. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and bring up a brand new PowerPoint session. This one I have here has a few items on it, so I'm going to go ahead and highlight these and then hit the delete key on my keypad. I like to start with a clean slate. So the first thing you want to do is you want to insert a text box. If you're not already on the insert tab, you may be here. Click on the insert tab, go across to find the text box icon, and let's just put in a word. So today I'll just type in the word believe. I notice a lot of folks are doing the Christmas ornaments, and this is one of the more popular items that I think this may be useful for. One of the first things that you can do in PowerPoint, you may already know from using other Microsoft products, is that you can adjust the font and the size. So let's go ahead and change the font on this to something a little more interesting. Let's see here. So the one I'm using today, I love this one. It's called Bromelo, Bromelo. Actually got that as a free download from DaFont. That's DAFONT.com. I'm sure you guys all know about that already. Thought I'd mention it just in case you don't. Another thing we can do is increase the size. They have some pre-settings here. Here's a 96. Let me stretch that out. But I don't know if you know or not, but you can also make it bigger than that if you need to, just by highlighting the numbers and typing in whatever it is that you'd like to have. So we'll make that big just for better visibility on the video today. So what we have here is a pretty good start already. It's got a great font, it's got a white background. What we can do though, I had a few folks on the message boards on Facebook to ask me, how do you make curved text? I'll show you how to do that. There's a tab across the top called Format under Drawing Tools. You can click on that. If you look, there's quite a few options for adjusting font or text right here. The one we're going to look at is under Text Effects, Submenu Transform. So some of the things that you can do with this, oh wait, let me move this out of the way so you can see it when I do it real time. Hop back up here again, Text Effects, Transform. Some of the things you can do, the pre-formatted ones, are to curve the text, arch up, arch under. You can make circle text if you wanted to. This would work better if you had a longer string of text. Since this one's small, you don't see a big difference. One of the ones I like is this wavy one here. That one's kind of fun. But you can do all kinds of stretch things with it. So I'm going to go ahead and try the wavy one today. And for me, if I wanted to put this on an ornament, this might be a little too wide. So one of the things you can do is actually see these little circles along the sides here. You can actually grab, click, and drag those inward and adjust the width of your word art. Another thing that you can do, if we wanted to create a little more tight spacing, if you go back over to the Home tab, this is where the other main tab where you have a lot of your font options available, mostly right here in this section. There's lots of things it can do, but the one we're looking at is the one with the double arrows. This controls character spacing. So if you click down on that, you have a few preset options. Very tight. You don't see a big difference there, but some fonts, this is a huge difference. For us, not so much. But you notice if I do loose or very loose, it pulls it apart a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and choose very tight. If you want to adjust this further, by the way, if you want a real special effect, you can actually use this other option here called more spacing, and you can fine tune it to exactly where you want it. But I'll let you explore that on your own. In the meantime, basically, we're done. We've actually just created some free word art for your Cricut Design Space. The only thing left to do is to go ahead and make sure you highlight along the edge of the box here. Since this is a transparent box behind the text, if you click on it somewhere, it's not going to necessarily highlight it the way you need to. So make sure you right-click on the line on the outline of the box. Then you want to right-click and select Save As Picture. This will bring up a standard Windows dialog box so that you can save what it is that you're working on. I'm going to go ahead and save this to a folder I already have set up. Oops, there we go. And we're going to call this, we'll just call it Believe. Now, notice the Save As File type. Depending on what version of PowerPoint you have, this may or may not default to PNG. If it doesn't, go ahead and click on it. It'll give you a selection of choices and choose PNG. PNG is a great file format for this because it saves it. Instead of a white background behind your text, you have a transparent background. You'll see why that's important here in a minute. So go ahead and hit save. And that part's done. Oops, sorry about the phone there. The next thing we want to do, folks are wondering how to transition this new piece of word art that we've just created into Design Space and how to use it there. So I'll go ahead and pull up a session of Design Space and create a new project. There's a tab here called Upload Images. So we'll click on that. And also another button once you get here called Upload Image. You noticed I've already done one down here, but we'll do it again just so you can see how I did it. Click on the Browse button. This will allow you to select your image from your computer. This is the one that we just did together. And click Open. And this part is probably familiar to you at this point. So going forward, since this is a simple image, there's not any complexity to it. We'll just choose that one and continue. And there you have it. Basically, this is the portion where you would select the areas to erase if you had some background that you wanted to get rid of. But since we saved it as a transparent background PNG, that part's already done for you. So you just hit continue and just put it into your work area as you normally would any other file type. I'll hit save there. There we go. My computer's just a little bit slow at thinking today, apparently. Very slow. Sorry, guys. But basically, we'll see if the screen catches up. In the meantime, what happens is that this will just pull this right into your workspace like it normally does, and you'll be able to adjust the width, the size, the rotation, how you want to fit it onto your vinyl once you print it out. So we'll call it there. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, either on the Facebook Off the Mat page or on my YouTube channel. I'm on there under Craft Effects DIY. Thanks for watching. Hope this helped some folks. Bye.